What's up, people? What's up, people? I couldn't hold back no more. I wasn't gonna come back on for a minute, at least another couple weeks, but I could not share this information with you guys. I could not wait to share this information. What's up, peoples? I'm gonna let you guys indulge in this video. It's only for like 7 minutes, as you can see, but I promise you, once you hear this, you will understand why this thing is a big ass cover up. You will understand why the hotel had a part in it. You will understand why the police department had a hand in it. You'll understand who was the key players, you know. But I want y'all to understand that this is a live video, okay? Don't get it twisted. This is just not a still picture. Y'all go see the truth, and I suggest that y'all stay on for at least 10 minutes. For at least 10 minutes. I done heard that this young woman is in the witness protection program, all types of stuff, all types of BS. I'm here to show you the truth. I'm here to show you the truth. And I promise you, I will show you the truth. And I'm gonna show you my face real quick, so you guys know that I'm telling the truth. I know I'm live. I don't know if you guys can see me because I don't have my camera set up right. But I'm gonna show you guys the truth. I'm gonna give it to you in the rough and raw way from this video right here. Holla at your boy. Check this out. Y'all probably seen this before. Y'all probably haven't. But this is some good information to pass on to my fellow brothers and sisters out there that's fighting for Kenneka, that's fighting for the family, that's not giving up. There's a lot of people I see in here on Facebook that's giving up, that's saying, "Oh, I'm not doing this, they're after me," and stuff like that, man. Forget that junk. You know, forget it. I'm gonna try my best not to cuss on this one. But guess what? I'm going to give y'all this. I'm going to give y'all this information, and I'm going to let y'all know what I feel. I feel like this young woman organs was taken. I feel like it was bigger. It was bigger than a rape. I feel like some people that had their hand in it was after that part of her body. Some people was after the money to be paid out, and some other people was after the organs, and some people was just after the death. So, I mean, it's a lot of people that benefited in a negative way from this young woman's death. And if we don't stand up as young black people, or as the community, whether you're black or white, if we don't come together as family, as friends, then this stuff is going to continue to happen over and over and over again. So I'm gonna play this video, and y'all can enjoy it if y'all want. The young man can stay negative and say, "We already know that." Yeah, but we go keep saying it. You know, you want to say that right now, but why are we in a condition that we are in right now? You know what I'm saying? What are we doing together to help stop this cycle of death? You know what I'm saying? But here's the video. Holla at your boy.
Body parts. They've been selling body parts. That's old. That's not new. That's why black people don't like to go to hospitals. They go to get their toes clipped, their fingernails clipped, and they wake up and their foot's gone.
They've been utilizing the organs of black people for years, the organs and the body parts and the members of African American people, and that goes back to George Washington. There's a long time myth that George Washington had wooden teeth. We've heard that myth growing up in school. The reality is George Washington did not have wooden teeth, because common sense will tell you you can't put wood in your mouth, it gets wet, and wet wood is useless. What George Washington did, he had the teeth of his African slaves yanked out of their mouths, and he made dentures out of these teeth, and they're on display. His dentures are on display at museums right now. And that just goes to show the history of African people having our bodies mutilated and our members disfigured and mutilated for the betterment and benefit of the dominant society.
In America, at least 2,500 black people go missing every year. At least. Never to be found again. Not killed enough. You just don't find them again. Why doesn't that number ever go down? How can you constantly have the same amount of people? Are you trying to say the same killers go out and murder the same amount of people every year? No. Somebody is taking black people off the street. There's been stories on this. Kidnapped by the government. Kidnapped by organ traffickers.
Drive-by shootings is organ stealing.
I'm worth $50 million and I need a kidney. And you know, kidneys are pretty sensitive. You gotta find somebody who really got the kidney that matches yours. You think I'm gonna wait till somebody die for me to get one? If I don't get one soon, I'm gonna die. So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pay somebody to go research people. Okay, let's go look at all the black organ donors. Let's look at all the black people who got organ donor on their driver's license.
That's right.
Which is why I'm not a friend of that. I said, if you wanna donate your organs, put it in your will. Say that if I die, this can go to my family, my relatives, my friends, or whomever. But when you put it on your license, I believe you make yourself a public target. And so what do they find? We got a guy in Los Angeles. He has the same blood type as you, same kidney type as you. Like
Tell it.
He healthy though. He ain't likely to die no time soon. He don't know you, so he ain't gonna give you no organ for free.
Tell it.
So guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna arrange a murder that makes it look like he was in a car accident.
Y'all watch, y'all see that?
Arrange a murder that make it look like he committed suicide. So the next thing you know, you coming out the gas station, boom.
Or walking in the freezer.
You dead, gone. You get taken to the funeral home. Your family come to the funeral. They don't know that before your body got laid to rest.
Sound familiar?
And they pulled your kidney out.
A lot of people don't know. When
Sound
you
familiar?
get arrested or even when you get convicted, a lot of times law enforcement or police will swab your mouth for DNA. And now they have your DNA record on file, they have your genetic information on file. And you have to understand, with law enforcement, a lot of times they'll sell your information to tabloids and
there go the police.
There
go police.
Information to tabloids and magazines and news outlets all the time. So it's not a stretch to believe that they won't use your DNA or your genetic information for nefarious reasons.
You, my son.
Knowledge is power, my people.
Cops come by and inform me you just been shot dead. You don't have jurisdiction over that body. That's the coroner. You can't get that body to the coroner. Release you. So get released. We went out.
Seems familiar, don't
it?
it?
All these cuts and these stitches. I just thought they was doing a redo.
You wonder why they won't let that lady see her daughter?
I'm under all this stress. My son is dead. Now you buried now. I can dig you up because the court got the information. Most of those cases is organ stealing.
There you go,
It's
right
been
there.
known for a long time, even back in slavery times, that black organs were considered superior genetically to other folks' organs. For example, whenever there's a transplant, okay, especially when rich folks get heart transplant, liver transplant, kidney transplant, they like white, they like black organs. We had a famous case in Pennsylvania, Governor Casey. Who was one of the most racist
family,
who ever lived back in the
to my true family
80s,
out there.
90s. He had a heart transplant. Guess whose heart they gave? A black person's heart.
Down in Georgia, there was a case of an African-American 17-year-old kid who was found mysteriously dead at school. He died in the gym. They did an autopsy and they buried him. His family, they weren't satisfied with the results because they still wanted to know what happened to their son. They had the body exhumed, found out that his organs were missing and his body was stuffed with newspapers, and people are still trying to find answers. The officials down there in Georgia, they act like they don't know what's going on. There was another case out here in California. A young African-American man was found dead in Death Valley in the desert. All of his organs were missing. His liver, heart, lungs, kidneys, all gone. There's a case in the UK recently. A Somalian girl was brought over there for organ harvesting. They found out that they were going to harvest her organs and they stopped that. There was another case in Asian couples. They went over to Africa. They adopted a black girl. 2 weeks later, she was dead. So these cases of organ harvesting are just going on all over the world, and people are being real quiet about it.
The Rodney King riots. The cops arrested 18,213 black folks. they couldn't account for 10,000 of them.
That's what happened in New Orleans. Remember when you saw those helicopters? They were picking up all them black babies and taking off in the helicopter. And my husband and I sit there and said, we wouldn't have sent our son with them. I don't care who they was. We all died in the water together. We wouldn't have sent our baby up there. And they never got a bunch of those children back, as we all know.
Organ harvesting in Africa, it's a business. In fact, they've set up so many sophisticated places around the so-called third world where there are nations like France, England, New Zealand, Israel. All these places now are looking in the impoverished areas because mostly in these impoverished areas like Brazil, places in South Africa, right here on this continent, wherever there's poverty, there's crime. And wherever there's crime, you know there's a lot of deaths and there's a lot of shooting.
They are killing black people for their organs. Think about it. Organs are the only commodity that people must have to live that you cannot buy in a store. So if I am sick and I need a heart, I can't buy that. And we know all the problems with the fake hearts, that they can give a pacemaker to a bad heart. But what about when that heart needs to be replaced? You gotta find a match, and it ain't none on the donor list.
Tell the truth.
And I'm worth $50 million, and I could care less about black people anyway.
Guess what they gonna do?
Somebody gonna get shot in a drive-by.
Yep.
Switch over to Haiti. Jean Bellerive, at the time, he was the prime minister at the time when Haiti was hit with that earthquake that killed over 130
It's called HARP.
brothers and sisters down there in that island. They had a report on CNN with Jean Bellerive, and he said specifically that there was organ harvesting and child kidnapping going on.
And we have already reports of a lot of trafficking, even of organ trafficking.
Of organ trafficking? Yeah.
Now, already.
Of the victims of the earthquake?
Yeah. So,
do you know that for sure?
Yeah, I know that for sure, and it was discussed in Montreal during the conference.
And I'm going to play it again for you guys, but I want y'all to know that this is not no bullshit. I don't care how much y'all, that one guy want to talk smack and say, talk dirty, talk nasty to me about this video. It speaks directly to the Kenneka Jenkins case. Directly to it. And I don't care if we ever, if the majority of people out there in the world seen this before. We need to re-see it again so we can understand and know what the hell is going on. Y'all can call me every name in the book. It's not going to stop my purpose. My purpose is to get the information out there to the young people, especially Chicago and the world, and let the world know that we understand and we got our ears open, we got our antennas up, and we are listening and we are watching and we are understanding. And y'all not gonna play us as motherfucking fools. We are young African men, and we are stronger in numbers. And whoever wanna put me down or put this video down, you need to go on about your business and stop spreading hate. It is those people that cause the division, that causes people to give up when we hear that negative, when we see that negative energy. But it's the stronger people that's going to survive the negative comments and the negative people and rise above that and understand and know what I'm trying to do for the public. So I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play it one more time and I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna play it one more time and listen and watch and understand. This is the same stuff that just happened in Chicago. Of course, they didn't show it up front. It was done with eyes covered, and mouth covered, and ears covered. But we see all that evil. We see it all. I'll let your boy one more time listen and understand and pay attention, young black men and women.
Body parts. They've been selling body parts. That's old. That's not new. That's why black people don't like to go to hospitals. They go to get their toes clipped, their fingernails clipped, and they wake up and their foot's gone.
They've been utilizing the organs of black people for years. The organs and the body
just
parts and the
listen.
members of African
Listen to
American
this
people. And that
shit.
goes back to George Washington.
This is real.
There's a long time myth that George
Our
Washington
people.
had wooden teeth. We've heard that myth growing up in school. The reality is George Washington did not have wooden teeth because common sense will tell you you can't put wood in your mouth, it gets wet, and wet wood is useless. What George Washington did, he had the teeth of his African slaves yanked out of their mouths, and he made dentures out of these teeth. And they're on display. His dentures are on display at museums right now. And that just goes to show the history of African people having our bodies mutilated and our members disfigured and mutilated for the betterment and benefit of the dominant society.
In America, at least 2,500 black people go missing every year. At least. Never to be found again, not killed enough, you just don't find them again. Why doesn't that number ever go down? How can you constantly have the same amount of people?
Right.
Are you trying to say the same killers go out and murder the same amount of people every year? No. Somebody is taking black people off the street. There's been stories on this. Kidnapped by the government. Kidnapped by organ traffickers.
Drive-by shooting is organ stealing.
I'm worth $50 million and I need a kidney. And you know, kidneys are pretty sensitive. You gotta find somebody who really got the kidney that matches yours. You think I'm gonna wait till somebody die for me to get one? If I don't get one soon, I'm gonna die. So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pay somebody to go research people. Okay, let's go look at all the
researching us.
Let's look at all the black people who got organ donor on their driver's license, which is why I'm not a friend of that.
That's you and me.
You want to donate your organs, put it in your will. Say that if I die, this can go to my family, my relatives, my friends, or whomever. But when you put it on your license, I believe you make yourself a public target.
Bullseye.
We got a guy in Los Angeles. He has the same blood type as you, same kidney type as you likely. He healthy though. He ain't likely to die no time soon. He don't know you, so
we're gonna arrange a murder.
So guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna arrange a murder that makes it look like he was in a car accident. We're gonna arrange a murder that makes it look like he committed suicide. So the next thing you know, you coming out the gas station, boom, you get hit by a Mack truck. You dead, gone. You get taken to the funeral home. Your family comes.
I love hidden colors.
You don't know that before your body got laid to rest.
A lot of people are sleeping on this.
A lot of people don't know when you get arrested or even when you get convicted, a lot of times law enforcement or police will swab your mouth for DNA. And now they have your DNA record on file, they have your genetic information on file. And you have to understand with law enforcement, a lot of times they'll sell your information to tabloids.
Your Chicago PD.
They sell their information to tabloids.
They got your
and
information.
And news outlets all the time. So it's not a stretch to believe that they won't use your DNA or your genetic information for nefarious reasons.
You, my son. Cops come by and inform me you just been shot dead. You don't have jurisdiction over that body. That's the coroner. You can't get that body to the coroner.
Sounds like something we know. Look at this. That shit just happened in Chicago.
And I see all these cuts and these stitches. I just thought they were doing a routine investigation following the I know it took your organs.
I hate evil people.
I'm under all this stress. My son is dead. Girl, you buried now. I can't dig you up because the court got the information. Most of those cases is organ stealing.
There you go, right there.
It's been known for a long time.
That part right there.
Even back in slavery times, that black organs were considered superior genetically to other folks' organs. For example, whenever there's a transplant, okay, especially when rich folks get heart transplant, liver transplant, kidney transplant, they like white, they like black organs. We had a famous case in Pennsylvania, Governor Casey, who was one of the most racist governors who ever lived back in the late 80s, early 90s. He had a heart transplant. Guess whose heart they gave? A black person's heart.
Down in Georgia, there was a case of an African-American 17-year-old kid who was found mysteriously dead at school. He died in the gym. They did an autopsy and they buried him. His family, they weren't satisfied with the results because they still wanted to know what happened to their son. They had the body exhumed, found out that his organs were missing and his body was stuffed with newspapers, and people are still trying to find answers. The officials down there in Georgia, they act like they don't know what's going on. There was another case out here in California. A young African-American man was found dead in Death Valley in the desert. All of his organs were missing. His liver, heart, lungs, kidneys, all gone. There's a case in the UK recently. A Somalian girl was brought over there for organ harvesting. They found out that they were going to harvest her organs and they stopped that. There was another case in Asian couples. They went over to Africa. They adopted a black girl. 2 weeks later, she was dead. So these cases of organ harvesting are just going on all over the world.
They go in and adopt us.
People are being real quiet.
They adopt kids just to fucking take our organs.
The cops arrested 18,213 black folks. They couldn't account for 10,000 of them.
That's what happened in New Orleans. Remember when you saw those helicopters? They were picking up all them black babies and taking off in helicopters.
Tell them, sister.
And my husband and I sit there and said, we wouldn't have sent our son with them. I don't care who they was. We all died in the water together. We wouldn't have sent our baby up there. And they never got a bunch of those children back, as we all know.
Organ harvesting in Africa, it's a business. In fact, they've set up so many sophisticated places around the so-called third world where there are nations like France, England, New Zealand, Israel. All these places now are looking in the impoverished areas because mostly in these impoverished areas like Brazil, places in South Africa, right here on this continent, wherever there's poverty, there's crime. And wherever there's crime, you know there's a lot of deaths and there's a lot of shooting.
They are killing black people for their organs. Think about it. Organs are the only commodity that people must have to live that you cannot buy in a store. So if I am sick and I need a heart, I can't buy that. And we know all the problems with the fake hearts, that they can give a pacemaker to a bad heart. But what about when that heart needs to be replaced? You gotta find a match, and it ain't none on the donor list, and I'm worth $50 million, and I could care less about black people anyway? Guess what? Somebody gonna get shot in a drive-by.
Switch over to Haiti. Jean Bellerive, at the time, he was the prime minister at the time when Haiti was hit with that earthquake that killed over 130,000 brothers and sisters down there in that island. They had a report on CNN with Jean Bellerive, and he said specifically that there was organ harvesting and child kidnapping going on.
And we have already reports of a lot of trafficking, even of organ trafficking.
Of organ trafficking? Yeah.
Now, already.
Of the victims of the earthquake?
Yeah. So,
do you know that for sure?
Yeah, I know that for sure, and it was discussed in Montreal during the conference.
And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave this video alone, and I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna leave y'all with this thought real quick, and I'm gonna get off this video. I know y'all ready to go. It's kind of late for me. On my time, it's 10:17, and I'm ready to go to sleep, take care of my family. But I'm gonna just leave this thought with y'all real quick. My wife is about to have a baby. She's 6 months pregnant, and this is for the young men that's out there, or the men that's about to have babies. Stop letting the hospital walk away with your child. There's no reason for any hospital to be giving your newborn baby any kind of vaccines or shots. I know I'm about to get stepped on. Oh, you need vaccines and stuff like no. Your queen is laying there at her weakest moment and her most happiest moment because she just gave birth to your child. And yet the hospital or the nurses or the doctors want to cart your baby away in the hospital and come back and say, okay, here's your baby, after they then put implants and whatever. Maybe y'all think I don't know what y'all think right now, but I'm telling you the truth. Men, stay next to your kids. Think about that. Why do we need all these little shots? And we're just born. Just think about that real quick. I don't want to blow up Red Cross. I mean, not blow up. I'm not. Let me X that out. I'm not blowing up nobody. Not like that. Red Cross. But I don't want to put Red Cross on blast, but they've been in Africa for so long sticking our brothers and sisters with those needles, and they haven't found the cure yet. They haven't fixed nobody out there yet. You know what I'm saying? So why are they out there? You know what I'm saying? So just think about that, and we can talk about that when I come back on, and I'm gonna have a video. Y'all gonna be able to see me or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So we can talk live on it, and y'all can ask any questions y'all want. But on the real, I love everybody that was positive, even the negative ones. You know, it helps me understand everybody's view, and it gives me an idea of how to respond. But I'm gonna let you guys go. Everybody, thank you for joining my cast, and please subscribe, please join, please watch more, please tell everybody about it, turn your friends on to it, and if you see other people's videos and stuff and you like what you see, hit the subscribe button so you can see their content, so you can get more information, so you can get more power, because knowledge is power. Holla at your boy.